Hey y'all, Rick Rex here, back with another one for you. Today we had a flurry of news come out of the dev team, and we've got a lot of things to cover that's coming up soon, and you really want to hear about those for sure. Now I'll cover it all in this one convenient place, plus I'll let you know what I think about it too. But first, if you like what you see and you want more, hit that like and subscribe button to help keep the channel growing, and also to not miss one single update as they drop. And also, y'all, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RickRexGaming. Okay, so the news. Now we'll start out with the first piece, which is Extra Life 2022. Y'all, this is a charity that the dev team and quite a few amazing players take part in that collects funds and donates them to the Children's Miracle Network. This is an amazing charity that helps kids that are sick and in need, and it's one of the oldest and best charities that are out there for children, so I am super glad to see it coming back full circle this year. Great job, dev team. And that's just simply enough said. Now, there are some things coming our way to celebrate their amazing and noble relationship with this charity. It's a plethora of materials and chromas as a reward for reserve boss battles, as well as some great titles coming for actual donations too. So take advantage of this and put some funds out for the kids. It's, again, an amazing charity, and I just can't say enough about actually participating in this one. It's one that I do every year. Fantastic. I'm just going to refer you over to some great players that actually participate in the Extra Life 2022, as well as the actual dev team itself. So you can find them on the forums always, so look them up to find them and make sure to donate. Now next up, we have the new calendar rewards that features the enhanced quick style suit with that silly helmet, and the new Kite Man doll accessory that's a cute little style thing for the 21-day reward. So any of these little silly style things I love, so awesome job again. Now then on to the big news. Now I have the dev live stream to cover all this in detail at the end of the video, so pay attention to that because there's actually some really useful information that they cover there in detail. But we do have some more UI changes coming on the way, and that is a super big deal after the last debacle. Now, as we all know, the last update that they did with the UI was an absolute failure, but they have come out publicly and said that they heard us all and that work is underway to correct the failures and shortcomings of the on-duty problem. So they heard us, they're working on it, and thank everybody for being very vocal about it and putting that information out. They heard us, they're reacting, that's awesome. Now, honestly, what they did this time for what's coming to the Ally interface and also the scorecard UI is impressive and really something I love. We've been wanting and asking for this kind of thing for years with the feats, and it kind of narrows down the focus of the feats into a pocket of what you're actually running, which is great. But let's start with a look at the feats menu on the scorecard. Now, it's not a tracker that most of us wanted to toggle on the lower right of the heads-up display, but it does allow us to not have to scroll through the whole menu to find related feats, and y'all, that's a win for us, and honestly, I celebrate it. But next up, we have a look at the new Ally menu. Now, honestly, I can't say enough good about this. It's simple, it's easy to read, it tells me information that I didn't have before so I can be educated about what I'm doing and where I'm spending my resources, and they removed the cumbersome leveling screen. Amazing. Y'all, this is a 1000% win on every aspect of it. So great job, devs. Keep that up. This is the track that you need to be on. So now that we have my opinion on all of it, let's go on ahead and look at the dev live stream, and I'll see y'all next time. But once again, if you like what you see and you want more, hit that like and subscribe button to help keep the channel growing, and also to not miss one single update as they drop. And y'all, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RickRexGaming. So here's the live stream.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another DC Universe online live stream. My name is Meps, I'm your community manager, and I'm here with Red 5 today. Say hi, Red 5.
Hey, how's it going, Meps?
Red 5 from the systems team. And with Carp today. Say hi, Carp.
Hi, Carp.
Carp from the engineering team. We are here to share two updated UIs we've been working on. This is a quick little mini stream to get you A little preview of this. We'll have these on the test server later today or tomorrow, but probably later today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy these new interfaces. Red 5. Let's start with the scorecard feats.
Well, that's perfect because as you can see, I'm standing here next to Neron's throne. I've just finished a raid with me and 7 of my buddies. We took down Neron, and I'm at that part of the raid where you're like, well, I'm going to run around and pick up collections, but also I should check and see what feats I have left to do here. You could go to your feat menu, but it's also more convenient to go to your scorecard. As you can see, I was the top performer in my group of 1. I definitely did not cheat. But we introduced a new tab here called Feats. In this tab, one of our amazing programmers put this together. You get to scroll through all the feats that are related to this piece of content, including the ones you've completed. You can take a look at what their descriptions are. You can see how many feat points they give you. If you're like me and you really want to plan your feat collection, I think this is going to be a great way to do it.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, so yeah, brand new feature. We're putting this up on test. We want you guys to test it out. It's worth noting that each of these feats has to be manually hooked up to an instance. And you guys probably know we have 44 episodes, and each one has got like 4 instances approximately on average. So there's probably going to be some stuff we missed. So part of the things we would like for you guys to do as you're playing the game, and even after this goes live, man, just when you're running, Earth 3 stuff, you open it up and you're like, oh, there's a feat that's not here. Or, Red 5, why do you have a Justice League Dark feat in here? Just put it on the forums. We'll take care of it. It's just a lot of data, but we did our best. We did our best to search and find it all. And we have tools that let us do that, but sometimes you end up with like a waterfall inside one of your fall vault rewards. So these things happen. So
yeah, that's very relatable.
It's a little bit of behind the scenes stuff there. As you can see, I've got a lot of work here to do on my elite rating.
You can also, of course, open this at any time, not just at the end of your.
That's true. That's just the only time that I've stopped long enough to open a menu.
I mean, I might suggest at the beginning so you can talk with your team.
Yeah. From now on, every time I go
do.
into an instance, step 1, open this up.
And you'll note they do automatically sort from completed to not completed so that you're not scrolling through stuff you don't need to scroll through. Pretty simple, but much requested, very much requested feature from the community. So I'm really glad we got this in. Carp, do you have anything to add about anything special that you made happen here? Actually, did you work on this, or was this?
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope, this was not me. This was one of the other programmers, but I think he did a great job with it, and I agree. I think this is a super valuable addition.
Cool. So that's this one. That's the scorecard feats, everybody. Hopefully looking forward to that. Again, we'll be on test later today, so we can test that out and get it live soon. Let's move on then, if you're ready, Red 5.
Well, one question I did see in chat, someone's asking, this shows your individual feats, not feats for the entire group. So like, if Carp and I are running this, I won't be able to tell what he hasn't completed. He's just going to have to ask me, hey, we need to go do this thing. Hey, try to step on all the traps in this alert, Chad. Okay, you got it, bud.
You will have to talk to each other.
Traps.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? What are we going to look at?
So the Allies UI isn't that old, but it needed an update. So here we go. This has been a labor of love, and a lot of cool things have happened to make things a little bit less frustrating. Is that the word?
Yeah, if I can add some background, we were just kind of hanging out like we do, working as normal, and Chad comes to me, Red 5, and he says, hey Carp, you know what? The ally screen is nice, but it could be more nicer. And he kind of outlined this list of improvements, and we I think we got most of them in. And
I can either confirm or deny that this all resulted from me accidentally feeding all my favor into OracleBot. That may or may not have happened. But yeah, so what we wanted to do was basically make it where you can't. It's easier to tell what you need to do to level these guys up, whether or not you qualify, and also just make it a one-step process. So instead of having to go to the artifact fortify screen, do a little bit of math to determine how much favor to feed in, and then go through a series of steps. This is just a one-stop shop. So let's say I want to level her up. I'll just go down here to level up. And it shows a nice little comparison. Like what is going to change? Why do I want her? I will 45% more damage. I like that. Let's do that. All right. So we'll get her up a few times and get some of these support abilities unlocked. So I can see that those will. So another part of this is we've basically rewritten a lot of the descriptions for these abilities to make them more clear about what they're doing. To make it easier, we've highlighted a lot of like keywords, and I love keywords. So like, let's say I run a lot of finishers. So I'm looking for a finisher build. I'm going to browse through here and find a bunch of people with finisher keywords, or maybe supercharged generators if I'm doing a supercharged build. Additionally, we have adjusted the, so you used to have that giant tooltip. A lot of that information is still here. So if you want to look at the old version, as well as their quotes, their background information, what you're going to get at all ranks, all that stuff is under details. You'll also notice that we got rid of one of the two tabs. There was one tab that just showed like the full view of all three. I found personally, I was just skipping that tab every single time and just coming right here. So this gets you straight to business. Carp, what have I not talked about?
You touched on most things. I've seen a couple of people just kind of asking for clarification on how the level up process works. So go ahead and select another. Yep.
My main man,
so
Batman.
Batman right there. Okay, so you can right away see that there's a little panel on his details screen, or not the details, but his panel that tells you how much of each favor and then how much of each alliance you need to level him up. So you can easily tell if you have enough, and if you don't, how many you need. And then when you go to the level up process, it will automatically take out exactly how many favor and alliance and all that stuff. It automatically does it. All you have to do is just press a button. Don't have to worry about putting in too much. Don't have to worry about do I have enough? It will tell you if you have enough, and it won't even let you complete the level up process. But sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say that there might be some people who have fed a little bit towards, like I don't do this because there's no point in it, but sometimes you can feed a little bit towards it. So those people should be in a state where the first time they feed, it will only feed the correct amount. Like if you put 500 towards it, it should charge you 500 less favor.
That's correct. If you have in the past overfed Batman, then it will only, like, it will keep track of that. It will only take out as much as you need to kind of make up the balance.
That's right. Let's feed him. Did you know that Batman comes in and dazes enemies? I didn't until I rewrote all this stuff. I'm like, man, I've got some allies who do some really cool things.
You talked about the highlighting the power interactions and the abilities in there. Did you talk about highlighting the numbers that change? Because that's
no, I didn't. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's my favorite part of this, because when you look at a power description, it's not always really clear when you level up the power, what is going to be the part that improves. And so when you guys went through and added color to the parts of the power description that will get better when you level it up, that's a huge improvement. Yeah,
if there's one thing I love, it's making numbers bigger and filling up bars. So it feeds right into my heart, and also Batman.
Do you want to show us how we look at the different allies and equip the different allies now?
I think, has anything really even changed with that? Like, let's say I want to equip this guy. I just go to him and I equip him, and I say, I'll go do the combat ability, and yeah, there he goes. And if I want to put his passive on, I will choose the passive I want. I don't think that this has actually changed any.
Well, before you had to select the slot and then the ally, right?
Did you? Gosh, it's like I've been using this UI for so long.
You get to pick your ally now, and then pick which part of it you want, which I think is the
so it's like
one of the very sexy things.
I want to pull Batman loadout, equip him, put his combat thing on. There we go, perfect. Red 5 and the bats.
Oh, red 5. Red 5. One thing that we didn't talk about was an improved mouse navigation.
Oh, that's right. I'm using the gamepad right now because I'm a gamepad player, but I use keyboard and mouse. Yeah, this is something that a lot of people ask for internally. Is like whenever you have calculator bot, your instinct is always to click over here, and that didn't work. You had to go down and cancel. My main man Carp was able to get it so that you can just click on it it's like a minor improvement, but it makes a huge difference if you're just if you're on PC and you're clicking on
it's much more to it. It's one of those things that that's the way you expect it to work, and so we just made it work like everybody expected it to.
Yeah. So good job on that, man. I think that's basically it. Oh, and you still have the full screen view if you wanted to do that. It's yellow. It's the Y button on gamepad, or you can click on this little thing if you still want to.
I think one thing we'll just kind of mention in passing, but you see a lot of it because you have just loads and loads of favor and alliances.
Oh, that's right.
Because you see all the little green arrows on your screen there. Those are indicators that ally is ready to level up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go spend some. Oh, look at that now. Yeah, I've spent myself out of leveling up. See, it doesn't have a green arrow, but I can go over here and level up Black Adam if I'd like to.
Yep.
And just because it's been asked again, when you click level up, it takes the exact amount of stuff you need. You can't overfeed. It's Red 5 proof now.
Right. Yeah.
Can you click on, for example, Harley Quinn, if you would?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have enough to level her up, but you can still go to that screen to see what the improvements will be when you can. That level up button is disabled, so you can't actually click it, but you can see what the improvements will be.
That's right.
And then
because I like to plan ahead.
Right. Very good. And then if you go, who is that in the top left corner? Cyborg. So if you look at him, his little button says max level. He's at the best he can be. So there's no more looking at his improvements.
I think it's a pretty good way to describe Cyborg, frankly. The best he can be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's basically it for this interface. I don't think there's anything else we haven't covered.
If you have any questions, throw them in the chat right now, and we'll try to get them. But yeah, those are the two new interfaces that we've updated for this next coming update, which will be on the test server today.
Yeah, we're gonna have threads for these, so play around with them, give us some feedback, tell us, shoot us any bugs that you spot. But yeah, I'm very excited about both of these. I think they're great quality of life features. So yeah. Hey, you're right, that was a pretty quick stream.
It was. There are several questions that are not about this, so I'm going to stick around and chat after we close the stream up and answer some of those questions. But for the purposes of this stream, we're going to call it a day, and we'll be on the test server in a little bit. Red 5, Carp, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. I wish we could stay longer.
I mean, we could, but no. Everybody out there, thanks for joining us.
Could, but no. Get out of my house.
I'm going to stick around and work on some of these feats. So.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.